Well, hello, glorious people of the interwebs, and welcome back to Red Dead Online. Today we're going to be discussing all the things that you should be focusing on buying when you first start the game, or if you've even been playing and still curious what you should be spending your hard-earned money on. We're going to be discussing all of that today, and many of these things can be gotten at very low level, and they're going to be the best in the game. You're really never going to have to replace most of these, except for perhaps the horse, because there are really good horses at above, like, level, I believe it's 64 and above, you'll be able to get better horses. But for now, the horses that we're going to be covering in this, you can get at level 1, and they're going to be the best in the game until you finally get a high enough level for something like the Missouri Foxtrotter, the Turkoman, or the Black Arabian. But now let's go ahead and get straight into this list. And we're going to do one little trick here that a lot of people don't know, and it's going to make your life so much better. So I promise this is going to be probably one of the best tips in this video. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to the gunsmith, and you're going to want to browse that wonderful catalog. I get asked every day, how do I get dual wield? What level do I get dual wield? Well, I'll tell you what, you can get dual wield at level 1, and most people do not know this. So you're going to go to your accessories. Now, I believe you can unlock officially dual wield at level 24, I believe. But there's one holster in here. I believe it is this one here. Now, I'm obviously high enough level, so it's not showing up. It might be the horsemanship holster, actually. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to view this. And then once you view it, what you can do is you can actually use the gold to buy it for 1 gold. Now, if you've been playing right now, you're getting 1 gold per level. So you already have 1 gold when you start the game, pretty much. You'll have 3 gold when you start the game. So I highly recommend using one of those gold bars to get dual wield at level like 1, 2, or 3 instead of at level 24. And you can do this, you have to view it first. You can view it, select the color, and then hold in L2, and you can buy it for 1 gold bar. This is a game changer for all those low-level people out there because you'll finally be able to dual wield. The next item on the list that you should be buying, and you can unlock these at level 1, best revolvers in the game, arguably other than dual-wielding sawed-off shotguns, you're going to want to buy the Lamat revolvers. Best revolvers in the game. They're not only a revolver, but they're also a shotgun. They're basically, they have 1 shot instead of 2, or in the chamber, as far as the sawed-off shotgun. So this is both a sawed-off shotgun and a revolver. So you're going to want to be dual-wielding these. You can buy, I can't show you how much gold they are, but basically 1 gold bar equates to $25. So definitely going to want 2 of these. So that's 2 buys right off the bat. Now, another weapon that you're going to want to get really, really early on, which is arguably, in my opinion, the best weapon in the game. I still use it today. It's still overpowered in PvP and everything. If you've got the Ultimate Edition, it will be free, and that is the Varmint Rifle. You can get it at level 1 if you have the Ultimate Edition. It is level 8 if you do not have the Ultimate Edition. And this weapon is going to be the best thing to make money, especially if you're hunting down in the swamp. You're going to use this for hunting, and you're going to use it for PvP. From medium to close range combat, and if you're good at headshots, it's only good in PvP if you can get headshots reliably. This is the best weapon for PvP, close to mid to close range, unless you're going up against somebody with shotguns, with dual-wield shotguns, or like a pump-action shotgun. That's the only time the Varmint Rifle will lose in close-range PvP. And even then, it's a solid chance if you're running the right ability cards, you're still going to win. Now that brings us to the next weapon that you're going to want to get early game, which is the bolt-action rifle. Now, there is still some debate between if the bolt-action or the Springfield is the best weapon. The Springfield isn't unlocked until level 38, but the bolt-action rifle is unlocked, I believe, at level 7. Yes, I believe it is at level 7, and it's $216. Now, if it wasn't for the broken reload speed, and there's a lot of things that are currently, I believe, broken with the bolt-action rifle that weren't originally in the game, but is now, that make the Springfield a little bit better. Both of these weapons, highly recommended. So if you get the bolt-action rifle at level 7, you can stick with it until forever. You might not even get the Springfield rifle. I do have a video on my top 5 weapons in the entire game. If you want to see exactly the difference between the Springfield and the bolt, it's a crazy difference. I highly recommend checking out that video. And these weapons that I'm talking about are showing up in there as well. So you're definitely going to want to purchase those right off the bat. Bolt action rifle, varmint, and dual wielding the Lamat revolvers. Now, also, another low-level weapon that you're going to want to get is the Lancaster Repeater. I am going all the way to the shotguns. You're going to want to buy... Oh, Janine, thank you for subscribing. I accidentally left the alerts on. Life is a disaster sometimes. Yes, so what you're going to want to do is get the Lancaster Repeater. Best repeater in the game. A lot of people are going to argue that the Evans is better. But the Evans, even though it says it has high accuracy, there's some kind of shadow nerf that makes it not nearly as accurate as the Evans repeater. Now, mid to close range, if you're using the Evans and the Lancaster, there's a solid chance that the Evans will win. But if you're mid to long range, the Lancaster is going to defeat the Evans hands down, because it's, even though it doesn't show up being more accurate, it is 100% more accurate. There is still a lot of debate on this. This might be a little polarizing. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. In my previous weapons video where I discussed this, a lot of people agreed. I think I saw one comment that disagreed. But overall, Lancaster, lower level. Well, you can get the Evans repeater at level 1 as well, but I'd still go for the Lancaster. I believe it's level 12. So as far as weapons go, those are going to be the buys, especially at low level. And chances are they're going to be the weapons that you use for the rest of the game. Now, let's get on to some more important business. Also, let me know in the comments below if you knew you could buy the offhand holster at level 1. Excuse me, horse. I would really like to get on your back there, home skillet. There we go. Oh, Jesus. Almost ran him over. Now, the best horses in the game at low level. There's going to be 2 that I recommend buying. You're going to use these pretty much for the entirety of forever until you get high enough for a better horse, which is going to be, I believe, level 58 is the next horses that I recommend after this. We're going to go ahead to buy horses. Now, there's 2 horses that I recommend, one of which is not available on the Xbox right now. It will be available, but the first horse is available on both consoles, and that is the Red Chestnut. This is available from level 1. It's got 5 speed and 4 acceleration. So it's a pretty decent horse right off the bat. Now, its downside is it's got a low health, but it does have higher stamina, which in my opinion is pretty much the most important thing, because realistically, in this game, the health doesn't really matter that much, because anyone can one-shot your horse. And the only time it really matters is if you fall off a cliff or hit a tree really, really hard. But once you get it past spawning level 2, even doing that really won't kill it. You could buy it for $10 or 10 gold bars or $250. Seems expensive, but it is definitely worth it, because having that extra stamina, speed, and acceleration is going to make it so you can do things quicker, which means making money faster and all that stuff. So definitely, I don't really like Arabians all that much as far as for horses. I just think that they spooked really easy in Red Dead 1, but it doesn't really matter all that much in online, I've noticed. So I do recommend this. Probably one of the best horses you're going to get for a long time. Now, the other one that I do recommend is going to be a war horse, and that is the new Andalusian Perlino here. Now, this has 3 speed and 3 acceleration, so you can see where the stats are worse already. But where this thing shines is its stamina and health. If you're really worried about health and you want more stamina, then this is going to be the horse that you want to get. Now, it's free on the PlayStation right now. I do not know how much it's going to cost on the Xbox, because it has not been released on the Xbox yet. So it's going to take, I don't know how long to get to the Xbox. I believe it's 3 weeks. I think it's either 3 or 4 weeks. So this might be coming to the Xbox on Tuesday. I don't 100% know. But it's definitely a wonderful horse. It's a war horse, and that's why it's got really high health. So this is going to be your second best horse you can get at low level. Now, if you're looking for high level, you're going to want to go for a multi-horse. So you're going to go the Turkoman route or the Foxtrotter. Now, I'm high enough level. I believe these are level 58. This is going to be the fastest horse that you can get in the game. This is the only horse that you can get 10 speed on. Maximum speed with this horse, with the Amber Champagne or the Silver Dapple Pinto. Now, you can get a 9 stamina, I believe, even though it's supposed to be 10. I don't know why it maxes out at 9. And then you can get 8 health on this bad boy. So it's a really, really great horse. Maximum speed. If you want speed, this is the way to go. Speed and stamina. This thing is going to get you everywhere you need to go the fastest. This is why I think this is the best horse in the game. Because quite frankly, all the other stats really don't matter. I want to get places really quick and have a ton of stamina to do it. So, in my opinion, that's the best horse for online. We got the Turkomon here as well. Now you can get the silver, the dark bay, or the gold. Now this comes with a 6 speed and 5 acceleration. This will max out on health and have 8 stamina when fully leveled up. These horses are beautiful. I do love them. The silver and the dark bay being my favorites. And then obviously, everyone knows about the Arabians. We're going to go into here, and you want the black Arabian at the very end. So this will have 9 stamina, 9 health, and then 6 speed and 6 acceleration. Yeah, so it's a decent horse. This arguably, because I don't think the temperaments matter quite as much as they did in Red Dead Redemption 2. I've noticed that horses are a lot calmer in online. So this is about on par with the Turkomon, although it has higher acceleration. But in my opinion, the Foxtrotter online is the best horse to go with. So as far as horses go, that's going to be the ones you want to go with. And now we're going to get into saddles. There's one specific saddle that you really, really want. Unfortunately, this one's not until level 37. That's the one I have on my Missouri Foxtrotter. Now, this saddle gives you an extra bar of speed and an extra bar of acceleration. That's how the Missouri Foxtrotter gets up to that 10 speed. And then on the acceleration, we're all the way up to 8. You can see we got 9 stamina and 8 health. This should have 10 stamina. I don't know why it doesn't, but it just doesn't. You can see, there we go. I think, nope, the Andalusian is not maxed out yet. Is it? I don't think I got it up to level 4. Maybe I did. Then we got Captain Horseface there. But that saddle here, let's go into saddles. So that is going to be the, I call it the Waka Waka saddle because I can't pronounce it. It's Nakadoches? Maybe I pronounced it right. Amazing saddle. It's the best because it gives you that extra bar of speed and acceleration. That's not until level 37 though. Now basically what you're going to want to look for on saddles, it's going to be really hard to pick a saddle. But what you want to look for is just making sure you have the highest drain rates for whatever level you are. The highest, minus or plus. That's really all you need to look forward to. And then what you really need to focus on is getting those stirrups upgraded. So that way, if you have good stirrups on your saddles, then let's see if we can actually customize this bad boy here. So we'll select that, and we're going to go to stirrups. And the one we're using is the hooded stirrups, which is obviously the highest level. So it gives that drain rate minus 50%, which comes in huge when you're run along distances. So definitely keep that in mind. And then just kind of, I would get something around the 20%, 25%, and then I wouldn't upgrade again until you can get one of these that gives the... Because basically, once you hit the bell stirrup, you don't really need to upgrade again until the hooded stirrup. So I would kind of save the money maybe for... I would get the slimline stirrup, and then I wouldn't upgrade it again until I can get the bell stirrup. And then once I got the bell stirrup, I would not upgrade it again until you got the hooded stirrup. That way you're saving money. Don't waste your money upgrading your stirrups every single time. It's going to be a waste of money. I don't recommend doing it. Just upgrade to the lowest of the next tier, or whatever level you're at. Just get that next tier, and then don't upgrade it until you can get the max one. So it's a pretty easy process. But for all in all, those are the things that you really want to focus on getting early in the game. And you're going to use those for pretty much the rest of forever. If you get the varmint rifle, you're able to hunt all the birds and get the maximum stuff from that. Once you get the bolt action, you can hunt all the big stuff without ruining it, and as well as the Lancaster repeater. So that gives you all of your hunting and PvP needs. And quite frankly, all those things right there, that's all you need to buy in the game, honestly. And then you can just pick your clothes. I would not recommend buying every single weapon, because then you're going to have the problem that I do, because I want to show off all the weapons, where you have to spend an eternity and a half cycling through every single thing in your inventory, and let me tell you, that is a pain. So don't focus on trying to collect everything, because quite frankly, it's going to make your life miserable. Spend your money wisely, and you're really never going to have an issue with money, especially early in the game. Then you're going to want to focus on just buying out your ability cards. This is the most expensive part of the game, and it is one of the most important. This is what I run more often than not. So that's slow and steady, strange medicine, which heals you every time you deal damage, Winning Streak, which each consecutive shot on the same target does much more damage than the last, and then Eye for an Eye. Now, the first Deadeye card that I do recommend leveling up is Painted Black. All the other ones, the Painted Black and Slow and Steady, you can get Painted Black right at the beginning of the game. It's going to be really great if you're running shotguns. Painted Black is amazing for shotguns. It can be really good for long range too, but I really love it with shotguns. And then Slippery Bastard, I do recommend leveling up, but that's really, really high level, so you're not going to have to worry about that for a while. But I love Slow and Steady. I run Slow and Steady the most, and I use Painted Black when I want to run close range with shotguns, because it gives the shotguns incredibly high range, and you just have a massive advantage when it comes to that. But Slow and Steady makes you live a lot longer as well. And then you want Slippery Bastard, because that'll give you that survivability in those capture modes. Strange Medicine doesn't unlock until a higher level, so I would recommend leveling Peak Condition would be the first card that I would recommend getting, and then you're going to level up Eye for an Eye for your third card that you unlock. And then Winning Streak is also another high level one. So really, the only cards that I recommend buying at lower level is going to be the Painted Black, the Peak Condition, because I run that a lot as well, and Eye for an Eye. And then when you get into the higher level stuff, you can get Unblinking Eye, and then Never Without One. And then this one, Winning Streak, isn't unlocked until much, much, much higher. But I really don't recommend... Don't buy an ability card just because you have an ability card slot. I think the major reason why people waste so much money in this game and are always struggling to get money is, one, because they exploited their levels, and two, because they're just buying everything willy-nilly, just thinking because they have an open slot that they should spend money on it. No. Only spend money on it if it's going to be something you're going to use for the rest of the game. If you waste your money on things you're never going to use, you're going to be hurting for money. You're going to feel like the economy sucks. But anyways, I do hope this video helped you guys out. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If there's anything that you feel that I left out early game, please leave a comment below. And if there's any really amazing comments out there, I will make sure to pin it. That way we make the community a better place. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.